Hi friends, it's me. You know, me. This weekend has been a little bit busier than usual for me because of like a big event that my job is working with our kids that we work with and stuff. But even with that, we're very close to hitting 25 followers on Twitch, which is really awesome. Eventually, I would like to expand that goal to include like, hey, YouTube subscriptions might be nice, but that also requires me creating content for it besides vlogging. Not to say that vlogging isn't good, it's just like, I'm probably not like as good at it as say Jenna Marbles and Julian. Like, they're pretty good at that stuff. And sometimes I just don't feel like the things that I'm talking about in here are really that interesting, or at least like things that people would really care about. And I also will need to work on like thumbnails and shit, which is a work in progress in general anyway. But to everybody who showed any semblance of support for either here or Twitch or whatever, thank you. Thank you very much. And I guess I want to talk a little bit about why I am doing this. I may have mentioned a while back that like, I want to do something that helps me make pursuing my acting career a bit easier. One of the main issues we run into is that we need a job with flexible scheduling, because auditions sometimes randomly pop up last minute, and this is the type of industry where if you got an opportunity, you should probably try to take it if you can. Because if you miss out, you might miss out on the big chance, the big breakout role, that's the word. So I can English. And when you don't have flexible work schedules, that can cause you to miss some of those opportunities, and it's really annoying to be like, okay, I gotta call out and I need someone to cover me because I got this thing or whatever, and it's really annoying. So part of the reason why I want to do things like streaming and this sort of stuff is that I want to work from home, which makes like navigating my life and also balancing my life personally for me much easier than if I have to constantly travel around for stuff. I also would get to be in charge of my own schedule. Like, I essentially can be my own boss, which means that I can create my schedule, and I can also, if I need to go run off to an audition, I can do it, because I don't have to worry about it so much. And I don't have to worry about, like, oh my god, I have to contact, like, my boss plus maybe other people to be like, hey, I need to cover here, and then, like, they have lives and stuff like that, so I don't, like, you know, anyone's on call, it's like, yeah, you're on call, but, you know, you got a life, and I want to let you live it. And on top of that, if I do, like, more content creation stuff, it can tap into some of the creative things that I can do, such as, like, maybe I can do skits with people if I end up collaborating with folks. Maybe I can do some makeup videos, like, more in-depth ones. I would probably like to do that sometimes. And stuff like that, like, I get to have the freedom to do, like, the things that I love doing, the things that I enjoy, like, the things that I'm passionate about. With streaming, it's like, I get to share how I have fun with video games with other people, and it's like hanging out with a bunch of friends, and I really like that. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy watching Let's Plays and streams and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like you're hanging out with your friends, playing video games. How fucking cool is that? And I'm also, like, tired of getting odd jobs to, like, pay rent, like, just, like, from doing a soul-sucking job, and with, like, crap pay and stuff like that. And before you ask me, Nora, why can't you do the thing that actors do and wait tables? That's pretty flexible, and the pay is, like, kind of okay. Okay, the thing is that here in the United States, the tipping system sucks. Like, the reason why you have to tip in the United States is because restaurants refuse to pay their workers livable wages. The wages that they have are garbage. I'm talking like maybe $5 to $10 an hour if they're lucky, plus tip. So they kind of have to rely on their tips in order to make a decent income. I don't want to have to deal with that. On top of that, the way my brain works, the keeping track of all the orders, like where all the tables are, and the social aspect of it, socializing with a bunch of different people and having to mask so fucking heavily, it's overwhelming, and it puts me at a lot of risk for a meltdown. overload or something like that. I don't want it. No, it's not fun. No, fuck that. So, like, basically, that's the kind of job I actually cannot handle. Like, no. And yes, I have tried it, so I am speaking from personal experience. Not happening. And I'm really grateful for the job I have in the sense that the scheduling is pretty flexible. The hours, I get a decent amount of hours, like, at least for part-time work. And my pay is pretty decent. So, there's that too. At least with the job I have, I know that the people there are making at least minimum wage. Like, at minimum. And especially with the minimum wage recently going up in New York City, that's pretty neat. So as far as, like, regular job, like rent-paying job, it's a good base for where I'm at the moment. As much as I am financially struggling, partly because of being away for the holidays, it's not terrible. Like, I can survive. On top of that, my partner actually makes a pretty decent living with what he does, in the sense that he gets paid well for what he does, and he gets a good number of hours, so we're both, like, we're okay. Kind of struggling, but he is less so than before, which is great. And I'd like to include him on stuff, too, because I think, like, if he gets to share some of his talents and passions, that would be really awesome. Although, that said, it is going to be tricky to get him on camera, because camera shyness is a thing. He's not very comfortable being on camera, so I can't guarantee that that will happen. But any involvement, like, creatively, I'm sure he would love to be a part of. Stuff like that. And I'm happy to include him whenever he's comfortable with it, and I'd rather have him do it if he's comfortable with it. So I don't want to force him into anything. But, I don't know, it might be fun. We might be able to do something fun in the future. Even if it's, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, because he's actually really good at sound engineering, so maybe I'll have him help me, edit audio or something. It's a discussion that we will have on our own, and then, like, if anything changes, like, with that and the announcements, I'll obviously make them and keep you posted. Other than that, they're okay. They're getting a little better, than they were before, and I feel a little bit better about my situation. And part of it has to do with the support that I get from you all. So, really, like, when I say thank you, like, I mean it. It really does mean a lot that random strangers give a shit about the things that I'm presenting. So, I know it's not, like, amazing quality, but I at least try to, like, I just want to be myself and have some fun. I want to have fun, and if I'm having fun, maybe you're having fun too. So, I hope that's coming across, and seriously, like, thank you for every bit of support. Besides following on Twitch and subscribing here, I have a Ko-fi page. I'll have that, I think, in the description below if you want to donate any money through that or through Twitch. You're not obviously obligated to, but any of it will be appreciated like any other form of support. And any of my social media is there too, so I mostly post on Twitter about updates, like that's where I'm most active, so that will be your best bet into finding new stuff. And yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful for the future, and I'm excited to see where all this goes. I may not seem it right now because I'm, like, really fucking tired, but I am, like, happy and hopeful for the future, and that's a good feeling. I like taking advantage of that whenever I can, or at least, like, savoring that feeling whenever I can. So, thank you for sticking with me with all this, and I really appreciate it. So until next time, take care, everyone.